welcome to the Untouched Quest. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Siri, and we are reading the ElfQuest comics issue by issue, so if you want to follow the story, you can read ElfQuest for free at elfquest.com. And remember to follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
Thank you to everyone who supported us through Buy Me a Coffee so far. If you would like to support us as well, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/TUQ podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about Wild Hunt, number 12 through 15. The Wolfriders go out for a hunt. The Wolfriders go out for a hunt, but comes home with an unusual catch. Gifa is struggling with the Wolfriders' kindness. Angrif is plotting an insidious plan. Poison is added to the carcass. Siblings are reunited. And a battle between old and young.
We discussed this before we started.
Yeah.
And I want to apologize for everyone that we have said Gifa's name wrong for quite some time, or at least for last episode.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Her name isn't Grifa, it's Gifa.
Yeah, we added an R, and we're sorry for that. We just, Grifa was a much better name. I think it was like more Angrif, and Grifa was better than Angrif and Gifa. I don't know.
And Gifa sounds like Ifa, which is kind of a candy.
Yeah, it's like a licorice pastel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds weird that Gifa is a name.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it could be.
In our Norwegian brains.
It's Gifa. We've learned that now.
Yeah. This issue starts off with them being kind of mad that Angrif snuck into the Holt.
Yeah, and they're talking about like they now know how Strongbow felt when how Strongbow felt when humans found Sorrow's End.
Yeah,
and then I was like, humans didn't really find Sorrow's End.
It was just like a little pack of stray humans.
Like 3 humans, and one of them was super old and basically kind of dying.
Yeah, this little pack of pretty
and
much stray humans.
2 others were like so afraid of them and be like, "Oh, we're not gonna bother you.
Just let us be. Just please let us go. We don't want any trouble.
We are running away from our own species. So please, we are on your side." So I was like, this is totally different. You can't compare.
No, and like, of course, Strongbow is a very untrusting of the humans.
Yeah.
He has experienced a lot. There's a big trauma there between Strongbow and humans.
Mm-hmm.
Them coming there and finding them, of course, it'll feel worse for him than it would for someone like Scouter that doesn't have that relationship to humans.
Yeah, it is this time that he's thinking about, right? Like when these 3 humans are coming, like it hasn't been any other time. No, yeah. So I was thinking of the right thing.
Yeah. So
Angrif wants to start a war.
Yeah, he does.
These 3 humans don't want to start a war.
Angrif is a big problem, and they know that he's a big problem because they know that he comes from the city where the Djun belongs.
Yeah, and they could kind of smell the Djun, like
on him. Yeah,
like they knew like this was a bad human who was here. Like,
and they know that the human didn't just come there, stay a night, and then leave or something like that. He like stole a sword.
Yeah, he like invaded their privacy.
Yeah, he stole a sword, which is also like, it's a sword.
Yeah.
Why did you bring a troll sword out in the desert? Nobody knows, but they did.
They did. Why did they decide to go out for a hunt, though? Was it more like we need food, or was it like...
But before that, they like talk about, we have to go back to the old ways, like sleeping during the day and being out during the night. And I was like, oh, it's back to the old ways, like in the trees as you please, on the ground, not a sound.
Yeah, which is like... I understand it took them so long to find this Holt, but why would you stay a place you feel endangered?
Yeah, like they found us. We feel like we're in danger. We feel like this is a big threat to us. We need to have lookouts. We need to be less visible. It would probably be better for them to be awake during the daytime because most likely humans will attack during daytime.
That's so true.
Because they were fucking blind during nighttime.
Yeah, they don't have any street lights out in the desert. So.
No, and they don't have Wolfrider or elf eyes to help them see better in the dark.
Or hearing.
So they are blind during nighttime. So they will most likely attack during daytime.
Yeah.
And they are in this very open landscape. So if anybody approached them, they will be able to spot them long before they're anywhere close.
Yeah, they are at the highest point for miles.
Yeah,
away.
and if they decide, okay, we're gonna come with a wide flank, they will see this big army walking towards them on this wild flank.
Basically see the dust clouds.
Yeah, and they can see it really fucking early, and they can be like, okay, they're coming from that direction.
And let's be honest,
let's pack up and leave.
Yeah, the Djun's men are not coming in silent.
No. And
they don't know how to be sneaky.
And they have armor, and they're chatty, and
all of
they're
the wrong
they're
stuff.
not Wolfriders. They're not elves. They can't sneak in under their noses.
Absolutely not.
So, yes, they have a big vantage point that they are the only thing that is sticking out. It's very easily for them to spot someone coming. So protecting Howling Rock is quite easy because they can be like, oh, they're coming now. Okay, let's flee.
But Wolfriders are not warriors. Like, go back to R. But
they are warriors, but not in the same way as go-backs.
Yeah, like, they are more hunters, I feel. Like, they don't live
more a hunter-gatherer kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Then,
like, I was thinking, like, they're not born and raised to go into war.
No, to fight and to be the strongest. They are born and live with nature and in nature and taking care of everything around them.
Yeah.
And they live in a way to not show that they've been there, which is a very warrior kind of way.
Yeah. And right now as well, their task in a way, or like their mission, is to fight Vinaville's monsters.
Yeah.
And they can have their Holt anywhere, basically, because they are traveling the world to hunt them when they get a feeling, or when police get a feeling. So they don't need this Holt to be their Holt. Like,
of course, this is a nice Holt.
It is, but they are in danger for the humans to start a war. Like, they don't want to start a war. If they wanted to start a war, they would have done it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like,
they would have done it when they had the trolls there by the Redeemer and everything, and everyone was scared. They would have started the war with the Redeemer.
Yeah.
Because they had so many advantages in that situation with all of the trolls and help and everything. Starting it now,
not that smart.
They're not going to do that.
No. And let's be honest, the Wolfriders are never the ones who start. They just protect what they need.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing though, I feel that Ember's pack should be named something different than the Wolfriders, since they are now like separated.
Yeah.
It's like
Wolfriders too.
Yeah, it's like Cutter's Wolfriders and then Ember's Wolfriders.
Yeah, or Wolfrider 2.0, but
I feel that doesn't fit in ElfQuest.
No.
Like, they should get a new, like, I get it, they're still Wolfriders.
They're still Wolfriders.
But then you still also have go-backs in there, you have some militars in there, and Tate, I don't know where he belongs, but he's not...
Wasteland person.
Yeah, he's not any of them.
Yeah.
Like, they have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I feel they should have got their own name by now. Like, Cutter's pack is the Wolfriders for me. But at the
same time, I think they're very comfortable being the Wolfriders.
Yeah, but the Wolfriders is more like Cutter's pack.
Very true.
Like, Cutter's pack is like the OG Wolfriders, like, in my mind.
Yeah.
You don't really have any of the elders. Yeah, Pike is one of the elders, but that's basically it.
Pike is an elder.
He is though. Like, he was there when Bearclaw.
Yeah, but it's so weird because he's so not an elder.
No, but like, yeah, he's not an elder.
Skywise is kind of an elder. He's older than Cutter.
Yeah,
and
like, Pike is like an elder, but he's not a wise elder.
No,
that you would ask for advice from.
Redlands and Nightfall is approximately the same age as Cutter.
Yeah.
Because they were cubs with him when Skywise was a bit older. So he can also be considered an elder. Even though he's now he's younger than Cutter.
Well, that timeline is a little bit messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But about a full moon dance goes on and they're out hunting when Tilly suddenly hears a scream.
Yeah, it's Grif. Not Grifa. Gifa
Gifa.
being attacked.
Yeah. And they can spot a lot of humans like running away. And they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they're like fleeing from the scene.
Yeah. And then they go down there and see what happened. And they find dead horses or no humps and Gifa. And we talked a little bit about this end of last episode about what Angrif told Robe to do.
Yeah, that he was gonna like ambush her and teach her a lesson.
Yeah. And you were very on the like, no, he's just gonna like beat her up. But by how this is presented, I think it's, and what he says later, I think it's quite obvious that he also raped her.
Oh, yeah, like also from what Gifa says herself later when she wakes up at Howling Rock.
Yeah.
She was like she don't want to say it. She's like, if someone is beating you, like, yeah, it's really rough experience, but it's more like,
but it's all physical.
Yeah, but when someone is raping you, it's more of you losing control of your whole body and your whole soul kind of thing, and it's so hard to talk about later. You're feeling so ashamed, like you're feeling dirty.
Back better, and like you can't fight against a big strong man.
No,
and Gifa here is like, as they say, about the same age that Ember was when she was abducted by Rick and the palace.
Yeah, that was a little harsh way of putting it though. Like,
yeah. But I would say put her at like 12, 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, for me, I was like, their age comparison doesn't fit because I looked at her as like 16, 17 maybe.
And Ember looked like a child, a baby when she was...
Yeah, she was like
she
in
looked
my
like
mind,
she was like
7, 8.
7, 8.
At the most.
Yeah.
Like, but
she was a little cub.
They're also comparing her to Pool and Sust as well.
Yeah.
And
they're 20.
But yeah, like Pool and Sust are like tiny. Like,
but they were like 20 years old.
Probably. Yeah, of course, because they were born right after the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, so their ages are just mind fucking us right now.
When you see like pictures of her later, it's quite obvious that she's quite young. She's a young teen.
But then if she's like 12,
I wouldn't say 12. I would say like 14, 15, 16, somewhere.
Yeah, like, but not past 18, right?
No.
Yeah,
no.
So we will agree on that.
I would put her as like a young teen.
Yeah.
Look, this picture specifically.
Yeah, she looks a little bit older. Younger.
Yeah, she looks quite young in that picture. And I think that and she's at the same height approximately as the elves, which also would put her as like she's not fully grown.
Yeah.
Because she's taller than them. So she has to be like 14, 15-ish years old.
Which is like so weird that the Djun actually allowed her to go out.
Yeah,
by
but that's
herself
because she's a girl and she doesn't matter. She's worthless.
He also sent out Angrif and he is the same age.
Yeah, but he's gonna prove himself.
And he's still a kid.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Did you notice that who's this one? Scouter? Black hair?
Yeah, that's Scouter.
Did you notice that Scouter kind of came up with like a new swear word?
Where?
Instead of like saying by Mantricker's blood or something, like when they swear on previous.
Yeah.
chiefs. He's like, by all the chiefs.
That's the worst.
He's like swearing
That's
on all
not
of
even
them.
Man Trigger. It's not the Bear Claw's blood. It's not Timorn's blood. It's
all
of them. But that
like,
also like shows you gravity of what they're seeing. They're seeing like this tiny child who's beaten up. She's bloody. She's unconscious, and
do you think
visibly that you can assume that she's been raped?
Do you think the elves understand what rape is?
Yeah,
they're like so open.
Yeah, but they're also all about like willingness. They don't force anyone to join dancing.
But like for me, in their minds, rape doesn't exist because they are so open and understanding for everyone.
Yeah.
So like that's not something that actually exists for them. No is a no, and they understand that. So then they don't force them. They don't do it. Like
yeah, and women are just as strong as men in the wolf, in the elf universe
because they are the cup bearers. So they get a lot more recognition from their other tribe mates,
and for their strength as a person and everything. So I don't think that a human man usually thinks that he has the ability to overpower a woman, so I can do this. An elf doesn't really have that mindset.
No.
If I try to overpower you, you will slit my fucking throat.
Yeah. I would though.
Yeah. So like...
or slap you at least.
Yeah. So the chance of you successfully raping an elf is so low, I feel.
Yeah,
that
like
they don't even try.
Yeah. I wonder like what they would think about like the situation of like looking like someone's forced themselves on her. She don't want it. She don't like it. You know.
Yeah, they may be very accompanying on the thought that she's so young. So obviously, this isn't okay because she's a child,
of course,
and they are not about like children doing stuff like that.
No, absolutely not.
But Mender, they like bring her back to the. They bring her back to Howling Rock because Tilly can't leave her.
Did they bring her back? I thought like Mender was on the...
Yeah, no, they put her on the wolf.
Oh, okay.
And they brought her there and sent for Ember and Mender and everyone. And Ember's outfit here kind of makes me weird because it looks like she has a little top on and then shoes and no pants.
Yeah.
And this top is so short, it will show everything.
Yep.
She probably has pants on.
I don't like this outfit. But it's hard to know when it's black and white.
Yeah. Very.
But Mender doesn't want to touch.
No, he tries. And then he realizes that she's related to the Djun. And he's like, hell no. I won't heal her. Yeah, she should die.
He backs away. Like, this blood is tainted.
Yeah, he even says that she should die.
Yeah.
And it also tells them that she's the Djun's blood and everything.
Yeah, but Tilly doesn't allow them for her to die.
No.
But no one is allowed to, like,
she comes to an agreement with Ember that she can stay down at the bottom of the rock. She will not be healed, but she will not be harmed. Yeah. And it is Tilly's responsibility to care for her.
Yeah, is it like the cave where Tate used to live?
I don't think so, because I think that Tate still lives in his cave.
Yeah, I kind of understood it as it was Tate.
Yeah,
cave,
but I
was
think
like,
that he still lives in his cave.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So it's probably another cave.
Yeah.
And this is the moment that you kind of realize that Tate has never really met humans before.
Yeah, has he even met humans before? Like, is this the first time? Like... Or is it a little bit like gray area? We don't really know.
A little bit gray area, but you can assume that he doesn't really know much about humans.
Yeah, if he's met them, it's just been like on a distance.
Yeah. But Talid keeps caring for Gifa and showing her so much love and kindness. She's really struggling. And it is at like these moment where you kind of come to like, did she lie to her father and run away because she wanted to be like Shuna? Did she want to join the Wolfriders and like used an excuse
Mm.
to tell her father?
Yeah, I kind of thought that too. Like it feels like she started to like them.
Yeah,
Like,
because she's appreciate everything they're doing so much, and she like tells them about she heard about Shuna and how she was treated, so she ran away, and her father just treats her like trash. Women are only good for breeding.
yeah,
We're worthless. I
she's
don't want to be
talking about all
worthless.
this bad stuff of being a
Yeah,
woman in the village.
yeah. Like I want to be. Uh, I want to be a warrior. I don't want to be stuck raising babies.
Mm-hmm. I think she actually means those things. It's just
Yeah,
like the setting.
yeah.
She don't want to be like Shuna being on the elf side. She wants to be a warrior on her father's
She
side.
wants her father to accept her as a strong,
Yeah,
capable warrior.
totally.
So she is talking her truth, but not the whole truth.
Yeah.
Ember Mender decides to ride out back to where they found her and look for like if she left any clues. And they find an earring.
Yeah. Is it Ember's earring or
No, it's Gifas. You can see it on her
oh
face when they like show it to her. She like because she was gifted it from Angrif, and when she was attacked, they ripped it out of her ear.
oh yeah, on the other pages I see it.
Yeah,
Got it.
before they kicked her, and this is where she like, um,
Kind of don't want to tell.
yeah,
Yeah.
he tore it out of my ear when he tried to please good spirits. Let me stay
Mm.
here with you. All that's left for me at home is beatings. I know, I know how good you were to Shuna. Please, I'll do anything to stay rather than face my father.
Yeah,
So
and
she's kind of on the verge of like saying kind of what they actually did to her.
yeah.
At the same time, like she's not saying it.
No. And a little bit like, would you go back when
Yeah, would you really go back?
yeah. Like this is your father's man.
They beat you, left you for dead, and raped you.
Yeah. They're never gonna like protect you.
No, obviously they're not.
But let's talk about what like 180 though. Like she
Yeah,
goes
because
straight to bait and be
the
like,
next
"Oh, I got
page.
this poison. I'm gonna poison them."
Yes, and I'm so happy that they like brought everything to get back here because now I have my things.
Yeah, and my father will be so proud of me.
Yeah,
He won't though.
no, you won't because you're a girl.
Yeah, and we're talking about the Djun.
Yeah, Tilid is teaching her how to make the leather soft so that they can make clothing from them.
Yeah, and everyone is kind of giving her tasks, like just making her part of the pack. Like you're a wolf rider now. Like we're gonna protect you. You need to
Yeah,
give us something back.
and she has like these conflicted thoughts, like they're still staying far away. Even the brats, meaning like Pula and Sust. How can I kill them if I can't get any closer to them? And no way to poison them, even if I do. Doom, take it that I lost my knife. And she looks a mix between like angry and sad,
Yeah,
like very conflicted feelings.
I understand though. They are really taking care of her, and
Yeah,
she's like
they're
she
showing her
hasn't forgot
so
her
much
mission.
kindness. They're like
Hmm.
showing her how they live, teaching her their ways, like taking her under their wing, even though she knows deep down she's done nothing to deserve this.
Yeah, and they're not forcing her to do anything. I feel
No,
like it's more, do you want to learn this?
yeah.
Hey, let me
Hey,
teach you
I can
this.
teach you how to do this, and you can help the tribe.
But I don't feel the Wolfriders will be like, hey, come and do this. You have to do this. Oh, you don't want? Okay, you don't have to.
Yeah,
Like, they are not mean and forceful that way.
no, they're not. But Gifa tells Tulid about the knife that she lost that was like important to her because it was a gift. So Tulid goes out to Ember and like tells her, but it was a gift. We should try to get it back for her. And Ember's like, should we really give her a knife though? Are you sure?
Yeah. But it's a big, like, trusting game too. Like, let's see if we can actually trust this person.
And at the same time, it's this small human girl that is very weak.
Yeah.
Even if she has a knife, if she tries to attack someone with it, the chance of her successing is quite small, as they're very fast, very strong, and they can easily overpower her and just take the knife out of her hand.
And they have already learned her way of moving, so they know.
Yeah.
Like, how to handle her if something was gonna happen.
Yeah. But in the end, Ember agrees. Okay, she can go, but I come with.
And the way Ember gives the knives, though, is like, you saved my life. Thank you.
Yeah, because Ember is like leaning against a rock and it like falls in and she gets in this cave with a fucking snake.
Yeah. But that's just like making it so much worse for the Gifa. Like, she's not only getting a knife, it's more like a sacrifice or a thank you. Like,
and just the pictures around it, because Ember's like, oh, that's so good. Oh, Tilly, I'm so happy that your mom taught you how to throw a knife. And she's like, it wasn't me. I can see the picture of Gifa. She looks like a really young child. Really fucking young. And she's shaking and she's shocked.
It feels like, wow, did I actually hit it? Like, or
like a reflex of, did I actually do that?
Yeah. Like,
not only did I actually hit it, did I actually just save Ember's life?
Yeah.
The Wolfrider chief, who I'm trying to kill, I just saved her life. So I think there's a lot of feelings, mixed feelings going through her head at this point, because she just saved Ember's life. She wants to kill Ember, but Ember and the others are so kind to her and showing her so much love and compassion and teaching her everything that she's ever wanted to. Mm-hmm. They're letting her be her own person.
Do you think Gifa was supposed to actually hit Ember? Like,
no, I think she acted on reflex.
Okay, because when they're going, like, leaving again, or I don't know, going out from the cave or something.
Yeah,
she's like, Trash, it came so close, too close. Her death is mine to give. Oh,
she wants to kill her herself.
Yeah, like, it was too close for the snake to kill her. Yeah, like, I read it more like, oh, I was so close to actually kill her, but now when I read it again, it was
more like, I want to do it with my own hands.
Yeah, like, the snake is not gonna take my pride in this.
Yeah, but I think that she 100% acted out of instinct when she killed the snake. I don't think that she thought about, I will throw this knife at the snake so that I can kill it, because
it happens so fast.
Ember is my kill. Like, no.
It happened so fast.
You care about Ember and the Wolfriders, so you just did it.
But why does she go off to poison one of the wolf cubs?
Because she thinks like, oh, this widow, whatever she calls it, should be really strong, but I should test it.
Oh,
and
so
it only like takes a prick. So she like sees this tiny little wolf cub and she pokes him with her knife to test the fucking poison on a fucking cub.
So it was just
a baby.
I was like so confused, Ben. Like, why poison a wolf? You know, like you say later you don't have that much poison. So
yeah.
But if it was a test, I get it. But why did you need to test it, you know?
She says that now I'll see how potent the vine is. And the poor cub is not doing well.
No,
not at all.
Goes over to Tate and like shaking and whining and yeah.
And I think this is a very good and beautiful moment between Tate and Mender.
Yeah. When Mender is finished healing him, Tate is like, whoa. Oh, yeah. It's like, whoa, I didn't think you'd help. I was wrong. Thank you. So he's like, he thought that Mender was going to say no just because it was him who was asking.
Yeah. First, it was like, I don't know if you heal wolves, but please, if you do, would you try? He's he really needs help. It's
Of course.
just a little one.
Of course, he knows how to heal wolves. Like he's
Yeah.
or Mender is not, but like the other Wolfriders are basically half wolf themselves. So like, yeah,
Mender is also he's a Wolfrider through and through.
Oh yeah, true. Like
Yeah.
I forgot he's just born in the Sun Village, but his
Yeah.
parents is Wolfriders.
He's a Wolfrider.
I forgot.
Yeah. And Tate is so thankful to Mender for helping the cub. And for Wolfriders, every life is so important. So there's no way that he would let one of the wolves die.
Yeah.
And as Tate walks away, another lady walks up to Mender.
Yeah. And she asks, like,
Do you know who it is?
It's Djun.
Yeah, it's Djun.
She's like, didn't you have a bone to grow on with Tate? It's like, something tells me that the bone's near buried. Like,
so now I'll have to find something else to keep me busy.
Want some help?
Yes, he does.
Oh, he's like
he would
pushing
love
his
to
booty.
He would love to have the help from Ember, but he will take Djun and Ember.
Sounds like Ember is more busy with Tate now, and he's like finally consented to that. So he's gonna find something else.
Accepted that she's off the market.
Yeah, and in the Djun's camp, or I don't know what.
Yeah,
to say.
we can call it a camp.
It's not really a village or city either.
No, it's just a little camp.
Yeah. His son is like plotting a plan to kill him because he wants to be the new Djun.
Yeah, he has got together a couple of men, including Robe. They like took a group of men out and had them walk over like a cliff so that the men would die because they were serving the Djun, not Angrif. They weren't loyal to Angrif, so they had to die.
Yeah, and they were also witnessing the attack on Gifa, so they wouldn't tell the Djun
that what happened. And they're like sending secret letters around with like arrows, and there's this one boy who has been watching them, and he sees what they're doing.
Oh, and he goes and tells the Djun.
Yeah, because you can see when he leaves here, somebody comes and picks up the arrow out of his the one special arrow.
I wonder what that thing was.
And he just runs off the other way.
And I wondered how the Djun got to know.
Yeah, no, it's because
totally. I thought like this scene actually was more like both of them coming out from the meeting with
that there was a plan that he was gonna take the arrow and like go.
Yeah, and then they run off different directions and no one would actually like notice them or something.
Yeah, because you can see here that all the while they're talking, there's this blonde guy with a bowl cut.
Yeah, and he's here too.
Yeah, and he's like watching them, and he's watching the arrow with the note on it and seeing everything what they're doing. He's like observing them, seeing their plan, and like, I don't support this.
Goes straight to the Djun. He don't want the Djun to die. Maybe he like,
or he doesn't want Angrif to murder him,
or he don't want Angrif to be the new Djun.
Yeah, not having Angrif murdered, having the Djun murdered would help on not having Angrif as the Djun.
This makes so much sense. I was wondering how the Djun got to know all this.
Spy.
There was a spy. Poor Djun though, like figuring out all of this, like from that his son is plotting.
Yeah. So Gifa is sitting down stitching, and Tate comes over. Is like, you should have some smaller stitchings right here. And I think this is also a very good image of two things. Wolfriders are too kind, and Tate is a man.
Yeah.
Because the moment he talks to her, she's like, oh, please, I can't. I'm sorry. And she like runs away.
Yeah, and I thought mostly that it was because like her conscience is just like fucked up right now. Like she don't want to kill these nice elves. Like they are nothing like she ever was told.
And at the same time, I think she's uncomfortable among males.
Yeah, I didn't really read that much into it. Like I was a little bit at first when he was like sitting right next to her,
Yeah.
but when she was standing up, she still was like, "No, you're too kind," kind of. So
Yeah.
I felt it was
I
more
think it's
like
a
the
mix
initial.
between the two of like her
Yeah.
being uncomfortable and and her inner struggles with how nice they are.
Yeah, we can really see that when she runs off, though, she just can't stand how they're so kind to her. Like she's not done nothing
Yeah.
to deserve it. Like you
I can't
said,
stand it when they're kind. It's not fair. I have to hate them.
yeah, like she says though, they're not like us. They're not human. Like they're demons.
They're
but
demons.
but like this is like a stranger danger. Like
Yeah.
she's heard stories about how demoness, evil, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff the elves are, and she meet them and she's like, wow, this is nothing like it.
They're
But
kinder than the humans I know because they
Yeah.
treat everyone with respect, even me,
yeah,
and I'm a fucking human.
and she don't know how to act, and she still has her father and the plan in her head and don't know how to like just put it away.
Yeah. So as she's standing there, like thinking to herself, struggling, Tilly comes over and is like, Tata said you were upset.
Yeah, that's like even shows how nice they are. Like
Tate realized something was wrong.
maybe I said
He
something.
went and got the person she's closest to and most comfortable with, told her so that she can go and see how she's doing.
And then Tilly like brings her in to prepare some dinner, or I don't know.
It's
like,
a carcass.
Yeah.
It's the meat for the howl.
Yeah. Like a feast.
And this is Gifa's chance.
Tilly leaves her alone for a while to prepare the meat.
Yeah.
And she basically like dumps the poison in the meat.
No, she puts the poison on her knife.
Oh, that's why.
And she stab.
Yeah, I was wondering like why she was stabbing it so much.
She's like putting it all the way through the meat.
Yeah, it makes sense when the poison is on the knife, but I thought she like dumped the poison on the meat and then stab. And I was
no.
This is not like a pot. You don't need to stir the poison in the meat.
She was sticking it through the meat.
That makes so much more sense than what was seen in my head, because she's like basically making minced meat from all this stabbing.
It says that the poison is odorless and tasteless. Again and again, Gifa seeds the meat with sprayed for death, praying frantically that no one sees her. And then, guess who's behind her back?
Just
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and like he's so innocent. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's not like I'm gonna scare you or disturb you.
No,
like
he just came in and started doing some weird stuff. And he was like, "What are you doing?
Yeah, like
why are you doing that?
This is not how we prepare the meat.
Is that a human way of?
Yeah, like I'm just curious.
Meat? Yeah,
like never seen this way of cooking before.
And she gets so shocked, and she like gets ready to strike him.
Yeah,
and yells, "Get away!"
I love Ember's reaction though. That like. Again, Gifa is so ready for them to be mad at her, punish her, all that. And Ember is like, understand, this is your way. When you do something wrong, they hit you.
Yeah.
And now you want to hit Sus because he did something wrong or scared you. But that's not how we do it here. Let me teach you.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck?
At the start, it's like, what Ember says is, what were you doing, Gifa? It's all right. I know why you did it. And she's, what? And he's like, why you went to hit Sis?
Yeah, like she
Gifa's
totally
mind wasn't there.
No, she totally thought that Ember knew about the poison and everything.
Yeah. She was like, I'm fucking caught. I'm caught red-handed.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Trying to poison the meat. Trying to poison them.
No.
No, she's talking about the fact that I tried to hit a child.
Yeah.
Because Wolfriders doesn't hit children.
And she's like, okay, then I could just continue stabbing the meat.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. How can it be so kind? All of them. All
She's
the time.
crying though while doing that. Like
she is.
and she's saying, I will be a Djun. I was like, no, you won't. You're a lady.
Yeah.
First of all, like, even though if your brother dies, you won't be a Djun.
No.
No one will let a lady be a Djun at this time.
No, they won't. She even thinks that it doesn't matter. It can't be true. It's because I'm weak that I want to be friends. Father says we don't have friends, only subjects or enemies because we're Djun.
Yeah, that's so fucked up though.
It's so fucked up. Like, you have no chance. No chance whatsoever in this life because because you're a girl.
Yeah. Absolutely. And talking about the Djun.
Yeah.
We see that he goes to the men that...
Well, Angrif sends Robe off on a new mission to kill some more of the Djun's men.
Oh, I thought it was just like some boring hunting things, but it makes sense if he's killing more of the men.
This says it's hunting, but once he's dead, then Robe, the world dances to my measure.
But
he's
I wonder, like, what is his thought then, killing all these men? Like, there is no one... He
wants to eliminate everyone who is loyal to the Djun.
Yeah, but, like, this is a small camp. Like, it's not a big city where everyone follows the Djun. Like, but when he kills, like, half of them...
Coup.
Yeah, but when he
kills...
So
he doesn't want too many to challenge his lead afterwards.
But he still needs people to rule
over,
you know? Like, if he just have 5 men, what is it? Like, friend group, you know?
But as Robe leaves, someone wants to talk to him.
Yeah, the Djun, because he knows what's happening.
Yeah, and he says to Robe, I heard that you're planning to take Angrif further off than hunting before you conman yourself further. Let me assure you, I want him to ride to the Demon's Lair tomorrow. It suits me well. He is not to know that we talked. My plans are my own and none of their concern.
Yeah, and he's not promising him gold and fortune for his, like, what is it, like,
service?
Yeah. He is
he has his baby hanging upside down.
Yeah, like, what a fucked up way of treating a baby, Djun. But like he's
infant.
threatening him, being, if you want your baby and your family to live, you do as I say.
Yeah, like, bring everyone back this time, Robe. Every rider. Because if you don't, or if I discover that Angrif knows of this little chat, that's correct, Robe. After your son, you.
And it's like, I despise things left half finished.
Yeah.
So do as I say, finish it, or I finish off your baby.
And
or
you.
Wife, and your whole family.
Yeah. So, like, come back with all of your men. None of the men dies this time. Because I know what you did last time. And Robe comes up to Angrif like, maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe we shouldn't. He doesn't tell him about his talk with his dad. He's just like, maybe we shouldn't do this.
He's so struggling.
Yeah.
You can see, though, that, like, yeah, you can promise anyone, like, gold and power and fortune, but as long as someone is, like, threatening what's more dear to you, you're, like, fucked.
Yeah, you are. Back in the elves' camp, they are now howling and talking, and Ember is telling the tale of how Gifa saved her life. And Gifa is sharing out all the meat that she cut up.
Yeah.
And they're also talking a little bit like human ways, like, oh, you probably like it cooked, just like the go back stew.
Because they're kind of like teasing Krim that she wants her meat cooked and don't eat it raw.
And quite fast, Pool runs off because he has a stomach ache. And then very suddenly, everyone falls over with a really bad stomach ache.
Mm-hmm. And actually, Ember is like, "Hey, you haven't eaten any," and Gifa is a little bit like, "Yeah, I don't really want it.
I'm not really hungry."
Yeah, no, thank you."
Yeah, and Mender understands almost immediately that this is poison and I need help. I need to heal myself so that I can heal others. So he calls out to Gifa and tells her, like, bring the others to me now.
Do you think that, like, he didn't understand it was Gifa who did it? He was just like, this is like poison in the meat, but he didn't think it was Gifa since he asked her to help him.
Yeah, he probably thinks that something in the meat got. Yeah, he says it's misbegotten.
Yeah. So like
something is wrong with the meat.
yeah, like he still don't think it's her. Like
Yeah,
because he's like, bring everyone to me. Like I'm gonna heal myself, but I don't have energy to like run to everyone.
yeah, just bring them here. He doesn't understand that she's the one doing this.
But it doesn't take many minutes before he understands that it is her.
Yeah,
though.
because she thinks to herself, it's working too slow. If he heals the others, I'll have to do it all over again. And I don't have enough poison for that.
No. So she can't do it all over
No.
again.
So she takes up her knife and runs straight at Mender.
Yeah. Luckily, though, that he and Mender basically are friends right now. Because Tate is like protecting or using his body as a shield.
Yeah, because he
for
knows
Mender.
that right now, Mender is a lot more important to the tribe than me.
Yeah, and as long as she don't hit like a fatal place,
Yeah.
he will live because Mender can heal.
They're both like hit on the shoulder. Like,
Yeah, and
Tate pushes Mender away
yeah,
to get him out of danger.
you don't have a lot of time to think, but I feel like he was like, she's just a kid. She don't know where to
Yeah.
hit to like kill, so
Yeah.
no one's gonna die. And if I'm badly hurt, Mender can heal me. But if Mender is badly hurt, no one can get healed.
Yeah, and she's also thinking like, it is poison on this knife. I don't really need to hit the vital point. I
But
just need
it's
to
still
hit
the
them.
healer, so he can heal himself. Like she needs to hit a vital point. Like
Yeah, but
to
it's
kill him
less
instantly.
important to hit a vital point when it's poison because poison will work faster.
Yeah, but still not when it's the healer.
But at that moment, Ember also calls her, "What are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
And she knows she's caught. And she has to run away.
She's like running down the cliff and she's like, oh, please, I don't want to die.
Yeah. And as Mender is healing himself and then Tate is like thinking to himself, this is what the pup felt like?
Yeah, that's so like heartbreaking. Like
yeah.
he has the power to actually feel animals and stuff, but not actually take on their feeling. And you understand what I mean? So when he get to feel the pain,
yeah,
and imagine like the pup only got like a little pim, and he got a lot.
They even say that it didn't hit as deep as she wanted. Tate took most of it. Ember, there was poison on the blade. And that's when Ember realizes. So when she cut up the carcass, yes.
Tealate is also so distraught by this because she's the one
broken.
She's the one who brought her,
and she trusted her. She made
everyone else trust her,
but she trusted her first and made the others trust her. So she says that this is my responsibility. I will hunt her down, and I will kill her because I brought her here.
And the pain, though, when Ember asks her, like, you understand that if you go after her, you have to kill her. There's no other way.
That is your only choice. And she's like, if I must. And she just cries and cries and cries.
She cries the whole way until she finds or like spotting.
But she even thinks to herself, like, how can I kill a child? She poisoned my life mate, my cub, my chief. But a child, not older than Pool. There can't be that much hate in her.
Well, sadly for her, she never get the chance to kill her.
She don't even get a chance to talk to her again.
No.
Because she runs straight into Angrif.
And like here it feels like it's only Angrif and Rob.
Yep, there's
But
more
there
of
is a
them.
lot of more, right?
Yeah. And she's like, there's a lot of them there. They have magic users. They can heal. They took me in. They'd see me as friends. They even made me clean their filthy dens.
No, they didn't. But yeah.
But you did anyway.
She thought she had to do that to gain their trust.
Yeah, but that's not how it works for the elves.
No.
And they're kind of fighting. She's like, I risk my life for everything, for our family. And girls can do more than what you think that they can. And he don't want to listen to that.
No. Like, she tried to run at him because she gets so angry at him. Like, she calls him a two-faced monster.
Yeah. And she sees Robe and she's like, that's the one who? And he's like, he did only what I ordered him to do.
Oh, my bad. She didn't call her a two-faced monster. It was a two-faced whore son.
Yeah.
Even worse.
And earlier when Angrif and Robe talked about if he was successful in attacking her, he even said that, yeah, he did. And he got his pleasure out of it.
Yeah, he did.
Meaning that he obviously did something to her.
Yeah, he got an orgasm.
He did. With that child. Sick.
Mm-hmm.
But Angrif and Gifa fights. And Gifa is standing right by the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, so it's easy for Angrif to just push her off.
Or kick her in the chest off.
Yeah.
And she falls to her death. And he tells the others to go get her. We can use her death to our advantage.
Yeah, and there is not even one single tear on his face.
No.
Seeing his own sister.
His twin sister.
Falling to her death.
Yeah.
And the way they just like toss her on the horse when they're going back. Like, yeah. Man.
And poor Tilly witnessed everything. And she runs back home and she's so distraught. And she tells them what happened. That she's dead. That they found her and...
Yeah, like everything. Yeah, everything that happened.
Yeah.
And Tate is like, well, how come the humans are so mean to each other? Like, I never witnessed something like this.
I don't understand.
And they share everything with him.
Yeah, like, they send an open sending of everything that's happened with the humans.
We don't get... Yeah, we don't get Tate's reaction to all of this.
I wonder if this is the first time that Tate has seen Cutter's face.
No. Because he saw Cutter coming out of the palace.
Oh, in the distance.
Yeah, true.
He ran away the moment the palace came.
True. Yeah. But I feel he kind of have seen it.
But it's kind of fun. This is the first time that we've seen him like see Cutter's face. And they've talked so much about Cutter and Cutter's daughter.
Yeah. True.
They tell the story of everything that happened in the Citadel.
Yeah, and that they were, like, the humans call them demons, and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they give him a big... Yeah, pretty much tells him everything about...
Yeah, they tell them about all the humans, like that...
Yeah.
Oh, I don't... Gotra humans, the one-eyed mad lady human, like, everyone.
Yeah. I'm back in the Djun's camp. Angrif is coming back in with Gifa in his arms and he's the demons, they killed her. They are merciless. They are so bad.
And did you notice that when he was riding into the camp, he was holding Gifa in his hands? Yeah. Like, he is so manipulative. Like, he was like, oh, they can't see me how I'm tossing her just on the horse.
No,
like,
I'm going to make it look like I'm grieving over my dead sister.
Yeah. And how the demons were so awful killing her.
And he walks straight into his father's office.
I was thinking office too.
Yeah, office. And like kicking the door and dog, get out of my way. And it's like, see what they did to her. You must take vengeance upon them.
It's like, no, I think you killed her.
He says that she was a girl sent to do a man's work. Therefore, explainable. So is stupidity. And then it lifts off the lid of 2 heads of his friends on a silver platter.
Wasn't it 3? I thought it was 3 heads.
There's only 2 showing here.
Yeah, but
maybe it's 3.
I thought we can see that
friends'
later.
heads. Oh yeah, it's here. 3 of his friends' heads on a silver platter. Like, I know everything.
Yeah, like this was probably the man that was plotting the plan with him that night, right?
Yeah.
You lost, Angrif.
And then they start fighting. And he thinks to himself during the fight that I was right. His lungs is bad. I can do this because he has bad lungs.
But
I just need to tire him out.
Nah. And he has a good knife, though.
Angrif is agile. And he has a good knife. But his father is a very good fighter.
He has many years of experience.
He does. But in the end, Angrif stabs his father in the chest.
Yeah.
Killing him.
I feel it was kind of pure luck that he managed to do it, though. Like,
and I love the Djun's last words. Because they were like talking that you're not escaping death this time, father. And it's like, okay, I know you killed your sister, didn't you? And now you've got the old gelding. You're vengeful and pitiless. You're having your way to my seat. I made you in my image, boy. And then he just screams, you made me nothing. I choose to be a man that I am. I chose this. No. He's so much like his dad.
He is like basically a younger copy of his dad.
Yeah.
And he tells the guard, like, don't speak of this to anyone. Like, I want to tell them what happened. And if you speak of this, like, I will chop your head off.
Yeah.
And he goes out and being like, oh, the demons took my sister. And this demon sword made my father just do like stupid things.
It's foul magic.
He cut the head of 3 heads. So I had to kill him. Like, if I wouldn't have done it, like, who of you would have been the next one?
Yeah. And then he gets all dressed up to be the new Djun and to go off to war.
Yeah. And I got a little confused here. Like, are the Wolfriders getting ready to go to a new Holt, or are they ready to go to war?
They are preparing for war.
Like, they were discussing it as well, like here. Like, we should get a new Holt. Like, yeah, just run away to a new Holt. The humans have no way of tracking you.
We talked about this earlier.
Why are you running into war?
And a stupid war.
Why do you want to fight this war?
Yeah.
They have nothing to win on this. Like the previous wars, they have had a mission.
Yeah.
Like to get the palace, to get the shards, to get the scrolls.
Yeah, everything. They had a goal in mind and something to get from it. This is just a war for the sake of war.
Yeah, to just kill humans because they tried to kill them.
Yeah, and because the Djun is an evil being, so we want to kill the Djun.
But the Djun is dead now. Like, you have to kill off all the humans in the entire world to get rid of this. So, like...
Yeah.
This is a stupid thing to fight for.
It is. And for the next episode, we're going to talk about Wild Hunt number 16 through 18.
So until next time, go recognize a troll.